We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this.
And yes, it is the corn nuts, the limited edition corn nuts. The limited edition mango habanero corn nuts. Now, my understanding is these are exclusive to 7-Eleven and possibly Speedway. But I think they're only around for a little while, so if this seems like something of interest to you, hop on over to one of those two places. Okay, so we have habanero powder. That's about what we'd expect. And the big question, of course, is, well, it's the same question we have for all these snacks, right? Is A, will it be good? B, will it be hot? In that order. Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, it smells good. This is kind of a smart way of doing this packaging, but it's useless for on camera because I know you guys want to see these little devilish nuggets of goodness. And there they are. How coated? How coated are they? Well, let's have a look. I would say they're pretty well coated. You can still see their corn nuts, but I mean, there's enough on here for me to smell it. Yeah, this is, it's smelling good. I'm hungry now. So let's try some of these. Well, there's citric acid in these. Which is kind of ruining the effect of the mango. I'm getting salt, citric acid, and that's about it for flavor. And the actual corn nut itself. It's like a plain corn nut. There is a little bit of back end heat. I don't think I love these. Alright, well, I guess let's go for a burn. I'm gonna grab a white spoon. Oh, here we go. Okay. I mean, the good part is that there does seem to be just a little bit of heat there. Bad part is that these are, man, the citric acid should have just not been there. And maybe they're going for some sort of mango pico de gallo or mango salsa maybe, or I don't know. There's no tomato to this, so probably not the salsa. Yeah. These are sour. I don't like that. Takis has really
wreck things, because now we have everybody saying, well, if it's Southwest, that means it's Mexican. If it's Mexicans, that means we need to have lime in it. In this case, they didn't bother with lime, they just used citric acid. Why? This had promise. I'm getting an undercurrent, a little bit of an undercurrent of the mango, finally. Heat-wise, it's not quite there yet, but we might be approaching a legit one. They got something pretty good here, if they will have left off the citric acid. And if you like citric acid more than I do, if you like the limes and other citrusy fruit in your snacks, then you probably like this more. I mean, it's not awful. It just isn't very good either. No habanero flavor, especially. Citric acid is something you have to be very, very careful with. Otherwise, you do what you did here. You overpower it. What a shame. So I feel like it's slightly hotter than default one. But I can't really say it's hot enough to be a legit one. So I guess I'll just say it's on the hotter side of default one. I'll probably finish these. I'm not going to have any more for this video, because I'm getting tired of eating these. The build, it almost builds to a legit one. Almost. That tapers off. I actually like what they did with the heat here. The heat is pretty clever. Because it winds up, and then before it actually gets to a point where it might cause somebody some discomfort, it winds back down almost immediately. They just need to drop the citric acid and they would have been fine. It would have been golden. This would have been somewhat of a decent snack. If they had to have it, if they couldn't live without it, they should have dialed it way back in the ingredients. It's just too prominent here. I'm tempted to eat the rest now because I don't like handling these, but I think we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day for these things this time out. So, well, here's a snack that uses habanero in the name. It uses habanero as its only heat driver. But really, this is, so if you like corn nuts the regular salt corn nuts and you think to yourself, it'd be really great if they just overuse citric acid with these and then it had some back end heat. These are perfect for you. Mango is too subtle, and that gets run completely over. Habanero's not there for flavor. These are, it's almost like they hit the street too early. Like they just hadn't finished formulating the actual flavoring. It's like, hey, let's do this. Let's put out a mango habanero, and let's do it by this date, whether or not we have it worked out or not. And that kind of is what this feels like. So for me, this is definitely a miss. It's not awful, but it is, even with the regular flavors, this is not one of the better ones. And it's pretty hard for me to recommend it. But like I said, if you like citric acid much more than I do, this might be worth a go. Certainly, this is not going to satisfy any chili heads on a heat level. So if you're looking for it to deliver there, you're better off looking elsewhere, and we'll just leave it there. So there it is, the limited edition corn nuts, mango habanero flavor, available from what I've understood at 7-Eleven and Speedway. So if you're interested, you have to go to one of those two. And of course, there's 7-Elevens dotting, corners all across the land, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding that. Give it a go, I guess, if you want to. You might find it more satisfying than me, just depending on your taste. But like I said, this is definitely a miss. So, but anyway, there it is.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.